Hi, everyone, and welcome to Right Side Broadcasting Network. We are at CPAC 2022, day one in Orlando, Florida, and one of my favorite interviewees to date, we have the one and only Mike Crispi. So, Mike, thank you for joining us.
Hey, it's great to be back in a different position, but great to be back with Right Side Broadcasting. This is great, Liz.
So, when he says different position, I'm going to fill you all in here. He has actually decided to run for New Jersey District 4. We might have a future Congressman Crispi here in our presence. Did you ever think that this was in the cards for you?
No, actually, this decision to run and do this came from doing so much work with RSBN. I mean, seeing the grassroots people, everyone out there who supports the America First agenda, who supports President Trump, the passion is there. And unfortunately, Liz, the people who are representing these great grassroots patriots in Congress are rhinos, right? And the guy that I'm running against has been in Congress for 42 years, and nobody in the movement that supports this president support a 42-year incumbent who votes with Nancy Pelosi almost 50% of the time. So I saw President Trump call him out in a statement, got a couple phone calls, and decided to challenge him. It's been a crazy ride ever since, Liz.
Crazy ride. Now, when did you decide to run? Because this is all pretty new to you, right?
This is new. I've never obviously run for Congress before, and before this I was doing, my talk show that many people watch, Red, White, and Truth, and doing Trump rallies and all that with Right Side. So I decided over Christmas, because right around Thanksgiving, Trump had called for a primary challenger in this race to the incumbent because he had voted for Biden's disastrous infrastructure bill. And he's been voting against the Second Amendment, voting against everything really that we stand for as conservatives. So Trump called him out, and I got a couple phone calls, Roger Stone and some other people, and decided that we needed to take him on.
So one of the biggest challenges a lot of politicians face is fundraising. Have you had any luck with that?
Well, I would say right now I'm really enthused that, in this race, in the primary, we have raised the most money out of every primary challenger so far,
Wow.
which is a testament to the excitement we have at the grassroots level. Now, it's going to take a lot more to beat a sitting incumbent for 42 years, but we've done great because we have a lot of grassroots momentum and people who are excited about this, Liz. So I'm grateful for it, and between getting people out, volunteers, and raising money, I think we got a great chance in this race.
And where can our viewers donate if they want to support you?
Well, they can go to MikeCrispi.com, 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 and then go check out the website and the platform. We're standing for election integrity. We're standing for strong borders. We're standing for our Second Amendment.
Yeah. All right. So what is it about you that makes you different than your rhino opponent? What makes you stand out? Why should people, if they say they trust him, they voted for him, they're just used to him, they're comfortable with that? What change can you bring that's going to make New Jersey better?
I think one of the greatest things that President Trump has done in his legacy is he's woke up the masses to what local politicians are doing or what they're not doing. So a guy like Chris Smith, who's been in for so long, he is skated by having establishment support, and nobody really knew about him until President Trump said, wait a minute, you're voting against the wall. You're voting for amnesty and for DACA to expand it. You're voting for a national gun registry. You're voting for Biden's spending plans. You're voting for a federal vaccine database, HR 550. These things are heinous. And that's why we love President Trump, because he calls these things out and gives exposure to the real problems, and that are people in Congress or people in local politics who are selling out their constituents. So he stands for those things. We obviously stand for a bold America First platform. It's on the website, loud and proud, and that's what we're going to run on, and that's what's going to carry us to victory.
And what other platforms besides your website are you on? How can people kind of follow your journey? Because it's really cool to see someone, I say our age, we're close enough, but running for Congress, and you have a really good shot at winning here. So it's maybe like the next Cawthorn, who is also really fun to watch.
Yeah, so people can go on Twitter, Mike Crispi NJ, also on Getter at my old handle, Red, White, Truth. That's a throwback. Also on Facebook, Mike Crispi. I'm everywhere. Instagram, Red, White, Truth. So you can go find our campaign, find my profile everywhere, pumping out all the content, pumping out what we're doing, pumping out my opinions on the latest news. We're going to be transparent, unafraid, unapologetic, and that's what the people deserve in Congress, Liz.
Now, what's next? Because New Jersey runs a little different when it comes to their type of primaries. So what have you done so far since announcing, and what's your schedule looking like?
Well, I would say, the first thing that we did is we started fundraising, and we started getting our team in order, volunteers, and we were the only campaign that qualified to run in the local county convention. That's a New Jersey thing, but it speaks to our authority on grassroots and organization. So we're the only challenger who qualified for that. And right now, it's all about just organizing, right? Organizing our get out the vote, organizing how we're going to reach out to voters via mail, phone calls, door knockings, right? Getting support from local officials, mayors, council people. And it's an uphill battle because when you have somebody who's been entrenched for 42 years, the insiders don't care how much he's sold out the country, how much he's sold out the people out here watching. They vote for him because it ensures their power at the local level. So circumventing the establishment folks, getting right to the voters, kind of like what Trump did when he was firing off on Twitter in 2016. That's the goal, and we're building that operation every single day, Liz.
Now tell me a little bit about your competition. What is that looking like for you? How many other people are running for New Jersey District 4?
Well, there's a lot of people in the race right now, but I think many people know, just look at the media coverage, that we are the campaign that is challenging Chris Smith. I think it is very much a two-way race. A lot of the main figures in New Jersey who are the anti-establishment prominent people are supporting my campaign, our campaign. So we have the support of the key people that are anti-establishment, and also obviously we've been getting a lot of news coverage and media attention, and it's going to take something special and different to beat a guy who's been in for so long. So there are people out there running, but I really do believe that this is a two-man race, and many other people have said that, and that's why we have the most endorsements, news coverage, and fundraising, Liz.
Now correct me if I'm wrong, but does Chris Smith even have a Twitter? Is he accessible to the people?
He self-censored himself off Twitter. Can you believe that? So President Trump got banned off of Twitter, and it's a whole big thing. Imagine being a representative of the people and deleting your own Twitter account.
If I was smart, I would delete mine.
He deleted his own Twitter account because he doesn't want to have accountability with the voters. He's afraid. He benefits by people not knowing what's going on. That's how he keeps getting reelected. Because if people were able to see what he was voting on and he was posting it, he would have been out 20 years ago. Fortunately, we're exposing it now.
And you're doing a great job. So thank you so much, Mike Crispi, for coming on with Right Side Broadcasting Network. We are going to wrap this up, and we'll be right back. We wish you luck.
All right. Great to be back. See ya.